you don't need motivation, you need discipline. I remember when I was 15 years old and life was really difficult for me. I had a lot of family issues, I had a lot going on my mind, a lot of school pressure. So many things were happening. And around that time, I used to have a maths teacher, and his name was Mr. Simmons. And this maths teacher was very like strict. He had like a metal plate in his head, and he also had a metal plate in his hand. And this teacher was adopted by like a, I don't know, there was a conspiracy that he was, a maths teacher that was adopted by like a Freemason family, and he showed us the ring and everything. And this teacher was really strict, but he really liked me as a student. And I was very troublesome in school. I was a really bad kid, and I used to annoy every single person in school. And a lot of people disliked me because I was so annoying. And this was, a good and bad thing because, obviously I'm just learning how to socialize, and I still had friends. It's not like I was like completely lonely or like I can't speak for the people that literally had zero friends. I still had a lot of friends. I was just quite annoying, and those friends used to find me annoying. But this teacher found a liking to me, and instead of punishing me and putting me in detention, he used to always allow me to go to this after school club where we would do rowing. And he was a very disciplined teacher. I could tell he was very structured. Most teachers are disciplined. They have to come into work every day, they have to show up, and they have to teach the students. Not every teacher is like that. Some teachers just show up and they don't really care about their job. They're just coming in to get paid. But you could tell this guy was very passionate about his job. And I'm 25 now, and he still teaches at that same school. And I always see him like, when I'm driving past, he's always like walking. I can always see him walking towards the school. He's so militant, and like his posture is straight, and he's very fit, pause. But what I noticed about Mr. Simmons is that he definitely cared about teaching kids how to learn, how to be disciplined, and he was there for the kids. He seemed a bit weird. There was one time he actually like he made us. I know this is kind of off topic, but I just wanted to share this with you. He made us stand like facing the wall as a full class because we were all like talking in class, and he was like, "Oh, I've had enough." So he made us like all stand facing the wall, and then he took pictures of us. So I don't know what that means. God. Anyway, so I used to get a lot of detentions from him, and he'd literally be my last class for the day. And he would send me to this after school club where I do rowing, and there would be a few other students there, probably students that he would, put in detention. And I noticed that I was actually a scrawny kid. Like I wasn't strong at all, but he would push me to do 1,000 meters, then 2,000, then 3,000, and he would record it and give me achievements. And he would give me like a piece of paper that said like congratulations on achieving 1,000 meters, congratulations on achieving 10,000 meters. And I remember one time it was me and my friend, and we were actually racing to hit 10,000 meters in one day. Like, imagine rowing for like 1 hour just trying to hit this goal so we can get this like certificate, like, oh, you've reached 10,000 meters. And like, me and my friend stayed until like 6 p.m. after school, just rowing, 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 just to hit 10,000 meters. And it's actually like looking back at it, like I used to not necessarily dislike him, but I used to think like, what type of punishment is this? Like, why is he doing this to us? But then when I used to when I used to go, like there was some form of excitement. Like in the back of my head, I was like, wow. I never thought to myself, I'm going to get strong. Like I never had that mindset. It was just a thing where like, well, at least I'm not in detention. So this is more fun like than being in detention because you're actually doing something. Me as a student, I always liked things that involved me doing things. So we used to have like DT. I always liked creating laminate plastics and stuff like that. So I was actually grateful to Mr. Simmons, and he taught me a lot. And eventually I hit 100,000 meters, and it was like a big certificate, and I was like the like one of the top three students in the school for like hitting the highest. And then he actually started taking us to events where we would go to like the London Youth Rowing Games, and we would have like a group, and basically in our group we would essentially take turns to like row for like a minute as fast as you can, and then it would be the next person. And yeah, we didn't like hit anything amazing. I think as a school we came like top six, but in our group we came like 60th or something. So a lot of people let us down. But what I'm trying to get at here is I wasn't essentially motivated to do that. But what the teacher, Mr. Simmons, was teaching me was you have to be disciplined. And a lot of you are frustrated, you're disappointed, you feel low, you want this thing so eagerly. You really want to get this body, the six packs, the pecs, you want your pecs to like be coming out. You want to be able to do that with your pecs. That looks crazy. But like you just wanna like you wanna work out and see your veins, and like you want people to stare at you, or like you want to get those compliments from your friends like, wow, you look toned, like after they haven't seen you in a while. You want this sense of achievement, like, wow, I've been going to the gym and I've achieved this body. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been I've been in fitness, or like I've been doing like some form of fitness, let's say like 3+ times a week for literally the last 10 years. So the only reason I look decent right now, even though I eat a lot of like crap food and I eat a lot of like shit sometimes, the only reason I look even just half decent right now is because for the last 10 years, I've literally just been either doing some form of sport, some physical activity, like a lot of physical activity, like walking, cycling. I love cycling. And also, I've been going to the gym as well, like in between. I remember even in college, I was going to the gym, my gym in college. And I used to max reps. I used to love doing max reps. So I was like heavy on like quads. My quads, I've kind of lost my quads now, but like I was heavy on quads, and I loved do like showing off doing the max rep to girls. Girls used to love it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you look so good." It's such a nice feeling. I understand that, but that shouldn't be your main focus. Your focus shouldn't be idolizing or wanting or needing this thing that you haven't already achieved. You should think that you already have it. Yes, definitely. I agree that you should believe you have this thing already. But wanting it, if you put too much pressure in the world for wanting or needing something, the world will give you the opposite. It's a bit weird. Like, I know I'm talking in metaphysics, and I've been speaking in a lot of like metaphysical, esoteric. I speak in a way that not a lot of people would understand, especially in the fitness world. But believing it, believing that you have something whilst putting in the action, mainly the belief though, the emotional conviction. So that emotion that you feel, like the feeling of, wow, like I've got this body, like that excitement, that feeling, I can't express that to you. You would have to feel it. And I'm gonna sneeze. Lovely. All right, so guys, you know what I mean though, right? That feeling, that excitement. If you literally can't get that feeling, if you can't get that feeling of excitement, that positive feeling that is attached to when you believe that you want to achieve this thing, there's literally no point of wanting or needing this thing. The minute you start needing something and you're feeling negative about it, you feel disappointed, you feel ashamed of your body, the world will only give you what you feel, that emotion, the emotion that is attached to what you want. So you're asking yourself you want to have this body, but how are you feeling wanting that thing? You probably feel depressed, you feel sad, you feel disappointed, you feel ashamed. The minute you can execute, the minute you can get rid of that negative emotion whilst wanting the thing that you want, that is when you will achieve it. That's when you will lock in. That's when you will have the discipline to go to the gym. You don't need motivation. Motivation is just it's just a sugar on top. It's just something extra to boost you to, jump out of bed. But motivation won't keep you disciplined. This is why an amazing catchphrase. I don't think he like invented this. It was probably made before, but Hamza always says, "Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it." And that's what discipline literally means. Like that's a great definition of discipline if I say so myself. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. So when you get that feeling that you don't want to go to the gym, that is more of a time to go to the gym. The minute you can start getting comfortable doing things that make you uncomfortable, that is the minute you start building your discipline. Let's say you're at level 1 discipline. You have 0 XP in discipline. You've been watching so many like shorts and TikTok videos, 20-second videos, super edited. Your dopamine is like absolutely ruined. So the only way to fix your discipline, if you're at level 1, is to show up. If you're a complete beginner in fitness, you need to show up. You need to just show up as consistently as possible. The more consistency, the more your discipline builds. The longer you stay in that thing, the more your discipline builds. But your discipline will only build more. You will get more XP. So let's say showing up is just like 10 XP. And to level up at level 1, from level 1, you need 1,000 XP. And if you just keep getting 10 XP, it's great. It's not that bad. But if you want to get like 100 XP, 200 XP, you need to go from literally the days where you feel zero effort. You're telling yourself, nah, I can't be bothered. Like, there's no way I'm going gym today. You know them times when you tell yourself that? That is when you go and you get that 100 XP. You get that 200 XP. Before you know it, you're level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. When you hit level 10, now you're comfortable going even when you don't want to go. In fact, there is no I don't want to go. It's just I feel a lot of pain in my body, but I'm gonna go gym. Like I'm gonna go. I have to go. I have to go regardless. Remember what I said in yesterday's video. Hold yourself accountable so that you can force yourself to go to the gym. So like I said, I go to the gym after I go gym, I eat. I know my wording is so terrible today. So I go to the gym before I eat my dinner. So I'll go to the gym, do everything I need to do in the gym, work out. Then I will use the sauna, the steam room, etc. Come home, then I'll prepare my dinner. That way, one, I'm not tired because after you eat, you're tired. Two, after you eat, you're tired. So literally, that's killing two birds with one shell. And then three, you're just gonna put in more effort. After when you have an empty stomach, you just put in more effort. You put in more gains in the gym. It's just how the world works. You just put in more work. It's just what happens. So as you're putting in that work, what is going to stop you? The only thing that will stop you is your mind. Your mind is the only thing that can change you from doing something and not doing it. See it as like cause and effect. Everything in your subconscious is the cause. That you think consciously is the effect. When you put in the actions, that is the effect. But if you think of something, if you think I'm going to go to the gym, that is just the cause. If you think I'm not going to go to the gym, that is just the cause. If you force yourself to start thinking, like, I am disciplined. You don't need to keep repeating it. You just say it once. I am disciplined. You wake up with that. You go to sleep with that. You remind yourself that, like, I'm not a chicken. I'm not a loser. I'm a winner. You just say it once. You assert yourself. Don't let someone else plant negative seeds in your mind before you can plant those seeds. Write that down. You don't need motivation. You need discipline.